Hi, and welcome to all of you. For those who have been learning from me for some time, know that most of my classes are, not most of my classes, all my classes were one on one at my studio. I did not even combine two students together only because I wanted to treat everyone differently. Each one has his or her own way of learning and accomplishment level. So it would be unfair for me to club two people, and that's why, even though it didn't make commercial sense, I still went about doing a one-on-one class. Okay, now fast forward to these times where all everything is online. I'm still maintaining the one-on-one, except that the medium of instruction is going to be via the on video. On So this is a small presentation on the methodology I'm using, the new way of teaching and trying to make the learning experience as close to a direct one-on-one private lesson as possible. So I'm using this app called Musico. So let me log in. So it's academy.musico.io, and I'll just maximize the screen so that the background doesn't interfere. So I'm logging in. I'm already registered as a teacher, so I'm logging in here. And let's pull up students. So student list, I'm going to pull up some, let's call student. First name Stu, last name Dent. Okay, so this is a screen that the student will see, and this is my screen. You'd probably see something very similar to this. And now I will be adding assignments. So let me add some assignments now here and walk you through. So it's my theory that most of the kids at school should be learning English songs in any case. So I concentrate a little more on Indian songs so that there is an all-round development. So it's just not English songs. So we do Hindi, we do Tamil, we do Telugu, and so the, in both guitar and piano. So here is one example where let's take a popular song. I know it's been heard and played so many times, but still, for purposes of an example, let's pick up this song, which is Tum Hi Ho, and I'll show you what it works. Now, this lesson focuses on the following skills: notation reading, rhythm, theory, technique, dynamics, and team playing. Team playing is when you get somebody else to jam in. May not be very applicable right now because of you know. But for those of you who have two musicians at home, great. But those who don't, will have to just hold on for some more time. So let's start the lesson. So we have two versions of this. Now this is the notation which is interactive. So when I play it, you'll find this green band going through every note. Like, let me play it. So you can play along, or if you want to, read the notes and just play along, that's fine too. If you see the number 2 here, that means there is one more resource available to you. So when you click that, you will see the guitar version of the same song, which is like this. So both the notations are, ignore this piano here. So you have Western notation as well as tabs, guitar tabs. So for those of you who don't read music, you can use tabs, and the chords are also given. So and they're all guitar chords. So equally, a piano player or a keyboard player will be able to play these chords as well. So this is how it is. The same theory works, that you can play it along, but except here it's not interactive. Okay, so let's go back to the interactive version. And if you want to slow things down, this is where you go. This is the metronome symbol. A metronome is something that keeps time with clicks. So you click on this, and then you can key in whatever number you want. So let's say I want to do something around the region of 70. So I go to the other, and I type in 70, and enter, and so you can see it has slowed down already. So that's how this works. So this is pretty easy for people to follow along. And I tried several apps, and this seemed to be working out for me the best. And I tried it out with a few students of mine, and they all seem to like this. So let's, and I can save this as a home assignment, and you can work this at home. I'm not going to save this now, so I'm just going to hit on save. Now I'll show you another popular song that let's see if we can pick up something. A famous song, Somewhere Rovers Rainbow. So go here, and I'm selecting this one. It says ukulele here, but it doesn't really matter because I'll tell you why. Now this lesson focuses on the following skills: notation, reading, rhythm, theory, and harmony. And this is a very detailed lesson plan, as you can see here. So let's go through each one of them. As I said, you can ignore this ukulele lesson plan. We can adapt this for both guitar and piano. So in this lesson, we plan to achieve the following: chords C, E minor, E, F, G, A minor. So that's exactly what I was talking about in the earlier song too. You could, both keyboard players and guitar players can use these chords. They all sound the same. So your first strum should be down strum. So it's pretty detailed here. And it says that the backing track, you can start with 102 and then move on to 136 and 170 and so on. So it's kind of graded. But nothing stops you from choosing a BPM between these two, because as I showed you, we can change this number here by just clicking on it and then hitting other, and you can type in whatever number you want. So home assignment is practice with metronome, practice with playing the backing track. Now let's look into the backing track bit a bit. Okay, so let's go to the notation. And like I said, if you see this 4 squares here with a number here, that means you have 8 different tracks or 8 different varieties of the same notation for each instrument in this case. So when you click here, you will find there is a notation for lead vocal, there's a notation for ukulele, which we are not using here. There's a muted guitar, a bass guitar, and then there's a lead guitar, which is close to the voice, and again ukulele, and then the chords, and again the bass guitar. So let's pick on the lead vocal. I think it's already on lead vocal, so this is what it is. And let's play this and see how it sounds. Okay, so here we go. Interesting here is when you go to the audio, you'll see the audio wheel. Now each instrument here is represented by a different color. So the lead vocal is this orange, what we're hearing. Then you have the ukulele track, one more ukulele track. Then you have the bass guitar, and you have what are these, congos? Yeah. So let's just pick this up and solo this and see what it sounds like. So we got, there's the information from here. So let's listen. get it? So if you want to cut this out completely, you can do that too. So the other interesting thing is if you want to solo just the vocal, the same thing. Now, what excites me is that the fact that you can completely cut the volume of this off and you can play along. So you have a full band backing you up, and so practice sessions are not all that boring. So once you it can get quite boring, right? To just sit in a room and just keep practicing. After a while, it becomes a kind of a chore. I get it. So here, if you have a backing track, once you practice enough, you're good. So you can play along, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment, and it doesn't stop there. So you can also go and record your performance, and if you want to send it to me, I can come up with what are the highlights and where you could probably improve a little. So you have real-time feedback from your teacher too. So I think that really puts some incentive to be able to gives you an incentive to learn and to practice and to turn out a good performance. And you know what? Maybe we'd have a virtual concert as well. So there are a lot of possibilities in this. Yeah, I mean we have to change our attitude a bit because things are different, and I don't know when things will get back to normal. I was always not in favor of online learning, but I realized that we have to change. It's like from the coal fire to the wood burning fire to microwaves. Things happen, so they all happen for a reason, and this probably is a little progress, hopefully in the forward direction. So it's been like I said, I had a few trial students and it worked for them, so I'm guessing it should work for you guys too. So if you want to enroll, head to my website, which is indianmusic.us. There is a calendar. Once you click on the calendar, it generates a Zoom link. And talking about Zoom, there's something that I forgot to tell you. If you see here, the minute you come online, then this changes to an active color. So this becomes green, and I know that you're online. So I can present my studio. So if I want to do something at my end, I can do it. And with the help of this thing here, I can type in whatever I need to type here, or there's so many things. Like, for example, I can use a whiteboard and send you pictures of the chord, of how I'm holding my fingers for the chords and everything. So it's pretty close to a one-on-one learning, and I would think that learning becomes easier in the comfort of your own home. Yeah, there is a certain degree of comfort to being in your familiar surroundings. You probably are more receptive to learning than in a different environment. So so if you need anything, you can call me 732485 or 924, or if you want to head over to my website, it's indianmusic.us, and everything is there. So hope you guys continue learning with me, and those who are interested to join in, please hop on this fun bandwagon called music. Bye now.